Okay, so Tara Nickel, one of my awesome LinkedIn connections, asked a great question yesterday. She asked, besides Roth IRA, what are other ways I can save or invest for supplemental income and retirement? Stocks, real estate, etc. Bank interest rates are a joke, and most 401k employer plans have long vesting periods to get your full contributions. So that's all true, right? I love Roth IRAs. I think you should be trying to max out your Roth IRA every single year. Or at least putting away as much as you can into it if you're not able to max it out, right? $6,000 a year if you're under 50, if you're over 50, $7,000 a year. So try and max that out. Regarding 401k plans, it is true that a lot of 401k plans have these vesting periods, right? Where if you put money in, you obviously get all of that, but your employer, maybe they offer a match, and you're not going to get all that money unless you stay with them for 4, 5, 6 years, right? Maybe that's not your plan. Maybe it is, and so that doesn't really matter. But if your plan maybe isn't to stay there for that long, or you don't know, then maybe you're putting money in there, hoping to get some of that employer match, and you may not get any of that. And so my recommendation for other places to put that money if you're not going to take advantage of the 401k match. Number one, I always recommend take the free money when you can, right? So in the 401k, if your employer is offering a match, take the free money. But if your plan isn't necessarily to stay as long as that vesting period is, then even more of a reason to put into the Roth and try and max that out, right? The common myth that I'll be in a lower tax bracket when I retire, so I'm going to defer my tax, I'm going to put the money away pre-tax in the 401k now. It doesn't work for most people, right, because of how our taxes are. I run hundreds of tax scenarios with clients and students. And it almost never works that they're in a lower tax bracket. Almost everybody ends up in the same tax bracket unless you don't have any money in retirement. And that's not the case you want to be in, right? So probably not going to end up in a lower tax bracket. So deferring taxes, putting away pre-tax now in the 401k, probably not going to help you. Even more of a reason to put away into the Roth. I do love real estate. So if that is a passion of yours or something that you do want to get into, I own real estate properties, rentals, and stuff like that. And I love them. So if you can get into that, Tara, that would be a great opportunity. And then the last thing, when you're kind of looking at this big picture of where should I be putting my money, the number one question I think to ask yourself before even, what stock, what rate of return, all of that stuff, is ask yourself this question: where do I want my money to come from in retirement? What type of money do I want in retirement? There are 3 types of money. There's taxable. You always pay tax on the earnings. There's tax deferred, like IRA, 401k pre-tax, where you don't pay tax now, you pay it later. And then there's tax-free, like Roth IRA and some permanent life insurance as well. You get that money tax-free later. Ask yourself where you want your money to come from. It's probably, if you ask yourself that question and you answer it, almost everybody wants tax-free money. I have never asked anybody that question and then have them say, I want taxable money in retirement, right? Nobody ever says that. Everybody wants everybody wants tax-free money in retirement. And so if that's the case, Roth IRA, there are some other options out there that we could talk about as well. But try and maximize that.